Hello and welcome to Topham Chats, the show where I chat to various members of the Rooster Teeth community. My guest this week is LadyOddDuck from the Rooster Teeth site. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good. How are you?
Cool. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. So I know you as Ducky, so
Right.
I'm probably going to refer to you as that the whole
Oh,
way
that's
through
fine.
this because that's easier for me to remember. So the question I like to start off with is Rooster Teeth or Achievement Hunter?
I'm gonna go with Achievement Hunter.
Okay, and why do you choose Achievement Hunter? Is it because you found the I guess community and videos of theirs through Achievement Hunter, or was it just
Yeah,
like you gravitate towards their things?
I was introduced through Fails of the Week because I was an avid Halo 3 player and then Halo Reach player and, so on and so forth. So that's how I found them. And I mostly watch Let's Plays now when I get the chance. So it's basically go Achievement Hunter.
Woohoo! Cool. So did have you? I'm just gonna take from the you saying you enjoy playing Halo. From that, did you have you watched Red versus Blue?
Don't kill me, but I'm only up to season 5.
Fair enough. You've already watched my favorite season, so anything's permissible now.
Oh, great.
Cool. So, what was it about the um I guess Achievement Hunter videos that drew you in to sign up on the community site?
Just their group dynamics together. They have a lot of fun together, and it's really apparent in the videos. And then from there, I watched RTX 2013 footage of one of their panels, and I was like, this is awesome. I have to get in on this right away.
Okay. So how did you I guess change from just being someone who um observed their content into someone who's active in the community and like, oh yeah, I want to chat to all the people that are also fans of this.
That's a good question. I've been a part of online communities for since I've been online, basically, like the past 15 years. And I had just come off of a community that closed, so I was kind of looking to fill that niche, I guess, in my life. And then AH popped up, and I was like, "All right, this is it."
Ah, cool. So that's certainly an interesting way to get into the community. So how do you typically interact with the community? Is it through journals and things like that, forums, groups, the chat channels there are?
I started out in the groups, and their forums within the groups. And then now I'm mostly like journals and then watching the everyone feed, commenting on people's stuff. I don't really do forums. Never really have. So
Yeah, fair enough. So, speaking of groups, are there any groups that you're in or part of?
Um, the one I'm most active in is the Angels, a group of female-driven YouTube content creators, and a safe space gaming community.
Okay, cool. What kind of things do you do with them?
So I run all the social media accounts, which is tweeting about videos we make, and then I make some of those videos. And then I do a lot of charity work, planning 24-hour streams, networking with people, and stuff like that.
Cool. And you've well just got off of a 24-hour stream, I think.
Yeah, last night for me, I guess kind of yesterday for you.
Hmm.
But we started at 10 a.m. CST on Saturday, and we finished up 10 a.m. CST today.
Crazy. How did the whole thing go?
It was really positive. We got a lot of positive feedback. We had a lot of support. We didn't quite make our goal yet, but hopefully we can in the coming days. And we raised $410 for a charity called Able Gamers, which was
Hmm.
really awesome.
Cool. Able Gamers is a very worthwhile cause, I think.
Hmm.
Cool. So you you said about doing all the social media for the Angels is I know that I've seen your journals around as well about doing social media more um uh where do I want to go with this? Along like community lines for a for as a profession. That's what I'm looking for.
Hmm.
Um, how did you get introduced to it, and what made you try to do those kind of things?
That was actually purely through the Angels. I had never done anything like that before. I actually had never had a Twitter account even before. Um, and they were looking for someone to do that kind of stuff, and I just thought, that's something I could do. I've been in communities, I've kind of interacted with people along those lines. So about a year ago, I joined the Angels in that capacity, and it's just really blossomed ever since. Being within the Rooster Teeth community, I've been able to look up to Caleb and Barbara and the kind of stuff they do, and it just really appeals to me now.
Ah, cool. So you've got definite aspirations to pursue that, then I
I do,
guess.
yeah.
Cool. So, um, let's move away to that from that for a second and go towards, I guess, the fact that you like playing Halo. So let's talk a bit about Halo and then see where we go from there.
Hmm.
So what is it about Halo that you enjoy?
It's just really easy to get into. I don't like playing storylines actually, so multiplayer is the way to go for me. Just running around getting headshots is fun.
Ah, cool. What other games do you enjoy playing?
Anything with a multiplayer, so Titanfall has been a lot of fun. I'm gonna start Destiny right after we're done here, actually. I can't wait to get into it.
Ah, cool.
And Assassin's Creed, multiplayer,
Oh,
anything
right.
multiplayer.
Ah, fair enough. I guess you're very, very different game wise from me because well, I've been playing Assassin's Creed 4 all day, but just purely on the campaign side of
Hmm.
things, so, like just sailing across the sea and just like yeah, totally zoning out and just having a good time. When you are playing multiplayer, I guess you're playing. I don't want it to sound like it, but competitively, you'd be playing.
Yeah, I try not to take it too seriously
Uh-huh.
because that just leads to high blood pressure. Nobody needs that. But I do try to do my best in games, and I get a lot of pride out of playing well.
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, like I really like playing cooperatively. Should there be cooperative modes in games?
Hmm.
I mean, I will jump into Halo 4 and I will play um, Team v Team. Actually, I'll exclusively play SWAT on Halo 4 because I'm no good at like any parts of Halo, and like the only thing I found I'm good at is SWAT, and it's just like
SWAT is the best thing ever.
so good. It's so much fun. Like I'm just oh yeah, I have a great time playing SWAT because
Yeah.
it's just totally awesome. Anyway, that's a lot of fun. Um, oh, where am I going? So you do you still run your YouTube channel?
Yeah, we're still putting up content. We just revived it this past week, and we're gonna have a ton of new stuff coming out in the weeks ahead.
Oh,
It's gonna be
okay,
really awesome.
cool. So the first thing I saw of yours was the I've never played, and it was Doom.
Mm-hmm.
That must how long ago must that have been? That must have been about I don't
Uh,
know about 9, 10 months ago, I
yeah, it was
think.
like October, November of last year.
Oh, okay, yeah. So quite a while ago for sure. Um, so how did you come up with the idea for that series, and is it a series that you're still going to be actively creating for?
That was actually Michelle's series.
Oh, okay.
So she came up with the idea, and then she needed some help recording, so I filled in for her, and it's been a lot of fun, and we're definitely gonna continue that.
Ah, cool. Um, can you talk a bit more about this series that you're going to be playing? Are they going to be continuations of one you've done before, or have you got some new ideas?
Funnily enough, we may be revisiting old games that I have played in the future.
Hmm.
So keep your eyes peeled for that. And we're definitely just going to keep going. There's a ton of games I've never played before. So the series could run indefinitely, I think.
Yeah, it certainly could. There's usually more than one game coming out a week, so
Yeah, no kidding.
yeah. Ah, cool. So, um, away from games, what do you do in your spare time?
What spare time?
Well,
um,
like when you're not actively working, I guess.
Aside from gaming, I like to read when I get the chance. And be an old lady in cross stitch, which not many people do anymore, apparently.
Hmm.
Um, Make videos. I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, making videos does take up a lot of time. I can totally understand that. Cool. What kind? What? Well, I guess what's the most recent book you've read?
Oh gosh, you're gonna kill me. Um, I think I started rereading Harry Potter, and then I just ran out of steam.
Ah, fair enough. Like, okay, I'll say this now. I can't really read. Like, it takes me forever to read a book, and I've never read any of the Harry Potter books. I've watched the films,
Aw.
but like, eh. And the only books I've ever read are the His Dark Materials trilogy.
Oh,
The
those are
only
good.
and yeah, they were very very entertaining, and I was like, yes, these are great. And then I never really got round to yeah, to finding another book series that I could really get into because it just takes me so long to read. I'm just like, oh god, it's so frustrating. Oh well. So cross stitching. What? Don't want to sound ignorant, but what is it?
Well, it's a form of embroidery where
Mhm.
you just create little X's in various colors, and that forms like a pattern or a picture or, whatever you want.
Ah, cool. Did you do some for some people in the community?
No, I don't think I have yet.
Okay, I was just curious because I'm sure I've seen some around, but I really can't remember where from. But cool. So what kind of things do you create with that?
I've mostly done like pre-made patterns. And I have done a few on my own, which I think you might be referring to some in my
Probably.
images gallery.
Mhm.
I did some bags for some friends before I joined the community. So,
Ah, okay. I think that's what I have seen.
yeah, they're just cute little designs I made up, you know.
Ah, cool. So, I don't really know where to go. Let's try and rack my brain. So, you said you were trying to reread the Harry Potter films. Um, no, you're not trying to reread the Harry Potter films. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you read a film?
I could read the
Ah, you,
scripts.
yeah, yeah. You were reading the books. Did you? How did you? I guess I'm just trying to probe the ways of thinking about things. How um did you watch films first or did you read books first? Which way round was that?
Books first, because the books are always better, in my opinion.
Okay, fair enough. That's a yeah. I can't disagree with that because I can't read the books, so it's fine. Cool. So, what interests you? What do you find yourself drawn to that isn't necessarily online content?
um, Gosh, you're putting me on the spot here.
Mm-hmm.
I like just being around people. Um, I don't really know. Like, what kind of stuff do you mean?
Oh, I mean, like, where do you find things that you want to do? Where do you just like, oh, I want to interact with people. I want to see where people are coming from, and I want to interact with all these people today. I just want to play games with them or things like that. Like, I don't really know where I'm trying to go with that. I just like just saying the words and seeing what happens, really. But yeah, that's my brain for today, I suppose.
Mine's not in much better shape.
No, I can imagine. So, what was I going to ask? Sorry, my brain's been all over the place today. Um, yeah. Did you go to RTX this year?
I did. It was awesome.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about that. How did you were there specific meetups you wanted to go to, and um, were you very excited to meet well, no, did you try to meet any of the staff? Did you meet any of the staff? And um, did you meet all of the community members you were looking out for, I suppose?
I went to all the side quest stuff, which was really awesome. And through that, I didn't meet a lot of the staff, but I saw a lot of the staff. Um, and then the Angels hosted our own meetup, which was a lot of fun. Caleb actually came out to that one. And he was the only staff member I can actually say I've met. Um, so yeah, I didn't treat it as like a meet up the staff kind of thing. It was really more
Yep.
of like I wanted to be in the physical community and its embodiment here at RTX. And even then, I still didn't get to meet everyone I wanted to, which is kind of bumming me out. But RTX 2015 is coming, so hopefully we'll fix that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely look at it as that I want to meet loads of community members. I'm not too concerned about meeting the staff, but I know that there's going to be so many people around that I not necessarily know, but I'd recognize. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's definitely people in the community that I'm sure everyone's aware of, but
Right.
not everyone's going to be their friend, which is something that I find interesting anyway. So yeah, I'm hoping to go next year, but
Oh, that'd be awesome.
no guarantees, unfortunately, for now. But it's so far away.
It is.
But yeah, it looked awesome this year. I really wish I could just go and meet more people. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, are there many local community groups near you?
I haven't heard of any, though I know people met up at a convention near me when Monty was in town.
Hmm.
And I'm hoping maybe, I don't know, maybe to host something here. But I don't know how long I'm going to be here for. The goal is to move to Austin, so we'll see.
Okay. Well, then you'll be near lots of community people.
Yeah.
So, cool. So, have you been to any? Uh, I don't want to try and repeat the question from before, but if you've been to any community meetups, I
I,
guess that there's not been any in your local area, so that would probably be a no.
yeah, I haven't, which is a shame.
Okay.
I think there should be more community events local to people.
Yeah, I mean, I went to some that were like a 6-hour drive away, and I was like, "This is so far away. Why does it have to be so far away?" But it was totally worth it because everyone's there is awesome, and you already
Yeah.
have like an installed bit of um an installed thing in common that everyone can just riff on. Should
Mm-hmm.
there be a lull, but we're all generally interested in playing games, so that's also another thing. I don't think I've met many people in the community who aren't into playing games.
Yeah, right? It's kind of
Ah,
weird because it's not solely Achievement Hunter in the community, and you'd think maybe it would be if that were the case.
yeah. Although it did start from Red versus Blue. Although
Yeah,
I
that's true.
think I think the more and more we see of Ruby and Ruby fans turning up, I think there will be not less and less gamers, but well, why would there be less? There'd be more people who aren't necessarily into games.
Mm-hmm.
That's more the type of thing I was trying to say. Cool. Right. Yeah, that's about all the questions that I have had in mind. Um, I guess now is the time for me to ask you to ask me a question that can be anything you want to know.
Um, let's see. Well, originally I was going to ask you your favorite book, but
Oh well. Hmm. Yeah, no, I don't really have a favorite book, so but that's
so how about what game are you most looking forward to that's not out yet?
okay. I think the game I'm most looking forward to is Bloodborne, which is um it's the next game from Hidetaka Miyazaki, I think.
Uh-huh.
He's the guy that made Dark Souls and Demon Souls, but not Dark
Oh.
Souls 2. And I really love the style of Demon Souls and Dark Souls. Dark Souls 2 is a bit of a letdown. But Bloodborne's really captivated my attention. However, I don't think I'm going to PS4, so it might be a long, long time before I play that.
Mhm.
The thing that I'd be looking forward to most from the Xbox One would be the Master Chief Collection,
Yes.
purely because I've never played Halo 1 or 2, and I really, really want to play them, having played 3 and 4. I'm working through ODST at the moment, and I'm also hoping to go through Reach very soon as well. And I'm just like, yes, this is gonna be so good.
It's gonna be so awesome.
And like I was at the um RVB Scotland event up in Glasgow a few weeks ago, and they put on the competitive Halo 2 multiplayer stream that was happening.
Mhm.
uh I can't remember what event it was. It's probably PAX, and it just looked so good. And I don't think I've seen many of the Halo 2 maps because my friends would play it on their Xbox, and I was just like, "Oh, this looks so good." And yeah, but the thing, I'm sure I've brought this up plenty of times before, is that all my friends are like really, really good at Halo 2, like Halo 2 and Halo 2 multiplayer. So I'm like, I really, really want to play it because they're good at Halo 2 multiplayer. And everyone that I know that's good at Halo 2 multiplayer has been really good at any other like first person shooter multiplayer.
Mhm.
So I'm just like, I really want to get into that. And I'm sure that'll help me with other games. I'm sure it won't. I'm sure I'll be absolutely dire. And like probably like, yeah, just missing key elements from it. But yeah, I can't wait to jump into those as well because well, it's Halo and I haven't played them. And I'm
Mhm.
really, really looking forward to it. Yeah. So,
Nice.
that's made me think of other things.
Uh-huh.
What do you primarily game on? Is it 360
Yeah,
or
I have the 360 and the one, which I'm slowly switching over to, as
yeah?
more games come out.
And I suppose more people are moving towards it as well because it's been a bit of a slow adoption, really.
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of the games they put out have just been new versions of old games. So I think once we get more new games out, more people will come on board.
Yeah, well, I say I'm thinking. I'm hoping that the release of the Master Chief Collection will really like drive people towards the the Xbox One
Mm-hmm.
and PS4 generation. Although I say that I'm not even on that generation yet, so I'm still stuck with PS3 and 360. But they work perfectly fine for me, so I'm not really complaining. Ah, cool. Well, why don't you promote the things that you are a part of, the Angels, the YouTube channel that you've got, and where can we find you around the various places of the internet?
So probably the easiest place to get into the Angels is through our Twitter account. We are at Angels Who Game, and we post all our news updates on there. We announce our game nights, which we have every Thursday at 8 CST. We're hoping to expand that in the future to include more consoles, more times, and all that kind of stuff. And we also post our YouTube videos on there. So that's really the place to go to find out about us, I would say.
Ah, cool. And that's going to wrap it up. Thank you very much, Ducky, for being my guest.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And you can be found at Lady Odd Duck on the
Yep.
Rooster Teeth site. Excellent. Thanks very much for listening. Goodbye.